On October 21st, 2021, the NBA made an announcement where this season marked the 75-year anniversary of the existence of the NBA, meaning people have witnessed 75 years of greatness, and the NBA wanted to come up with a cool idea where they would feature the top 75 greatest NBA players of all time, according to them. A lot of names you know would be in there, such as LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Michael Jordan. But one man who has had an incredible career and is up there for one of the best shooters in the league today didn't make it. His name is Klay Thompson, the same man who, as of today, hasn't played a professional basketball game in 899 days. The man who scored 60 points in one game and only played 29 minutes and only dribbled the ball 11 times. This is also the same man who was a 3-time NBA champion, a 5-time All-Star, and has been an All-NBA team twice, and holds the record for the most three-pointers made in one game. Klay Thompson is obviously a great player, but due to missing 2 seasons of basketball and suffering 2 injuries that can very well end an athlete's career, Klay has done everything in his will to prove the haters wrong, and it seems like he might just do that. How is everybody doing today? It's Portello back with another video. Today, I'll be talking about Klay Thompson and how his return is bigger than you think. Let's not waste any time, and let's get straight into it. Klay Thompson was born in none other city than Los Angeles. Thompson already had a head start in basketball due to the fact that his dad, Michael Thompson, played in the NBA for 13 seasons. He never was an all-star, but was a 2-time champion. Thompson was really starting to show the basketball world in high school how good of a player he is. He averaged 21 points as a senior and helped his team have a 30-5 record during the season. The ratings he got from the bigger recruiters were pretty good. Scouts, 24/7 Sports, and Rivals all gave Klay a 4-star review, and ESPN gave him a grade of 95. It looked like his future was bright. Then Thompson would decide to attend Washington State. He played 3 seasons, and his career stats were 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Thompson played so well in college that on January 18, 2020, Washington State decided to retire his jersey number, which was 1. He was the second student in the university who was on the men's team to do this. And then came the NBA draft. With the 11th pick of the first round in the 2011 NBA draft, the Warriors gave the kid a shot.
With the 11th pick in the 2011 NBA draft, the Golden State Warriors select Klay Thompson from Washington State University.
So the Warriors decided to pick up Klay Thompson, but here's what was rubbing people the wrong way. The Warriors already had an incredible shooting guard by the name of Monte Ellis. He was basically an all-star and seemed like a good fit for the Warriors. But the Warriors weren't playing like they thought they would with him. So in Klay Thompson's rookie year, they decided to trade Ellis to the Milwaukee Bucks. Thompson had a pretty good rookie season as he averaged 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. Not bad for your first season. But the very next year, Thompson went from playing 66 games to playing in all 82. Not only that, but he started in every game and averaged a respectable 16 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists per game. Thompson was also getting around 36 minutes per game. So it's safe to say, when Ellis left, he was the new guy to go to. Then came the year 2013-14. Klay played 81 games and once again improved on his game. He was now averaging 18 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, and a steal per game, only getting better and better. And at some point, he was going to make the All-Star team, right? Well, the very next season, he made his first appearance in the All-Star game. Not only did he make the All-Star team, but this would also be the first season he averaged 20 points, and the first season he would win the championship. This was the start of the Warriors Dynasty, and he was one huge part of it. What was crazier was that in 2014, the Warriors were really close to separating the Splash Brothers and trading Klay. At that time, one of the better power forwards in the league was Kevin Love. He averaged 26 points per game in 2014 and seemed like a perfect fit for the Warriors, right? Well, no. The Warriors were really close to accepting the deal, but thanks to Jerry West threatening the Warriors to quit, they kept him, and Curry and Thompson would go on to become one of the greatest duos of all time. In 2015-16, this would not be the greatest year of Klay's career, but the greatest record in a season he has had so far. This would be the year the Warriors went 73-9, beating the 1996 Chicago Bulls record. And Klay Thompson played a humongous role in helping his team achieve that milestone. He averaged 22 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds, and a steal per game. But as we all know, even though the Warriors played this well, it wasn't enough to beat the Cleveland Cavaliers in the NBA Finals. But the Warriors decided to form an even larger super team, this time adding the best small forward in the league besides LeBron, Kevin Durant. Now that the Warriors had a starting five of Steph, Klay, KD, Draymond, and Zaza Pachulia, there's really no way you can win, right? Klay would keep up his amazing work as the next season he averaged another 22 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. Not just that, but he would win his second NBA title, which always feels amazing. For the next 2 years, Klay remained consistent in both not getting injured and playing well. He would win the finals yet again in 2017-18, but in 2018-19, this is where Klay would take a huge hit. The season wasn't a problem at all as he averaged 21 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. But the playoffs, specifically the NBA Finals, is where things would get ugly, to the point where people were seriously concerned about Klay and his future.
Lowry gets past, falls down, lost the ball. Thompson running the floor, and a foul. And Thompson grabs his left knee, now writhing in pain. Steph Curry slamming the ball on the court, so upset. Green went up to block it. Some of the players saying something. Danny Green saying, I'm just trying to block the play.
No, that wasn't a dirty play by Danny Green.
And everybody for the Warriors in the franchise and here in the stands holding their breath. Klay Thompson obviously in some pain.
On June 13th, 2019, Klay Thompson would suffer one of the more serious injuries in basketball. He would tear his ACL. That would cost him to miss the 2019-20 season. And without Klay, that Warriors team was weak at the time. But Klay was going to be ready for his return. And eventually, a year would pass, and it was time for Klay's return. People were all excited and ready to see Klay ball again. It was all going as planned.
Afternoon, I'm Lynn Keats.
And I'm Michelle Griego. A big blow to Dub Nation.
The Warriors just confirmed star Klay Thompson has a season-ending torn Achilles.
Thompson suffered a right leg injury while working out in Southern California yesterday. This morning, an MRI confirmed it is a torn Achilles.
Just when you thought things couldn't get worse, they did. Klay Thompson would tear his Achilles, one of the worst injuries in sports. Klay would not only miss 2020-21, but also parts of this season. Klay was devastated, annoyed, and furious about this. He has already missed one full year of basketball, and is now about to miss another one? This is just too much to handle. Klay would continue working hard to return. In March of 2021, a video was released where Klay was shooting some threes without even jumping and still knocking them down. A couple of months later, Klay did another post saying he has a long way to go until he's back, but is working really hard on his game. Fans were excited, but in October, the NBA released their 75th anniversary roster featuring the top 75 players in the NBA, and Klay Thompson surprisingly didn't make it. He was not feeling great after this and wanted to prove to the entire league that he is still capable of scoring 60 points in half an hour and beating records, just to give an example. Klay is projected to return by Christmas. There was this photo going around the media where the last time Klay played, Anthony Davis still played on the New Orleans Pelicans, Klay Thompson still was a Raptor, Chris Paul was a Houston Rocket, and Jimmy Butler was on the Sixers. Klay's return will definitely be bigger than you think. He has been working hard and hasn't played a game in a while. I believe Klay will start off a little slow, but the more he plays, the more he will return into his old form. This man hasn't played a game in a minute. We will see if it all goes as planned. That is going to be it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you're new to the channel, please consider to leave a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And as always, I will see you all in the next video. I'm out.